Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, it's time for another payday prep. And also I want to tell you guys why it is that in the last month I've put away more than 300 pounds of food. And yes, it is because of what the Ice Age Farmer said on his channel. Not only said, but what he's been saying for years. So I'm going to share some of those thoughts that he's had and some of the articles and things that's been going on around the world that has encouraged me through the Ice Age Farmer's channel to prep the way that I've been prepping. Now, for those of you that may be wondering why I use the Ice Age Farmer's name on my title, first of all, I got his 100% full permission to do so, and it's because it's true. The Ice Age Farmer is one of the main reasons why I'm prepping the way that I am. Because not only does he provide the narrative, but he provides proof as to what he is saying. So if you guys would like, you can come along with me, do some of my shorts today. And I'm also going to do a Costco haul, which is going to be part of my payday prep. So welcome. I'm going to bring you guys along, or those of you that want to come along with me, to go do some chores today. It's Saturday morning, and I've got to do a couple of chores, but I also have to do a little Christmas shopping. So we're going to sneak into Costco the day after the Black Friday sale. My wife told me that they were extending some of their Black Friday sale prices through today, so we're gonna sneak in there and see what we can get. And we're also going to go to the coin shop to get some Christmas silver. So I always give out silver for Christmas to some of my friends and some of my family. So first things first though, we have to stop at my favorite gas station and get a cup of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, on our way to the gas station, I wanted to go ahead and read to you some of the things that I've derived from the Ice Age Farmer's channel that has really encouraged me to step up my prepping. I've been listening to him for a couple of years now, and now more than ever, just after watching a few of his last videos, maybe for the last month or so, it's really encouraged me to step up my prepping, because I am pretty sure that the Ice Age Farmer is on the right track. So first, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that I have permission from Christian, the Ice Age Farmer, to use his channel's name on my title and to reference his videos. Okay, I don't want anyone to think that I'm stealing that information, because I would never do that. Now, as you've seen in the last month or so, you've seen me put away, if you've been watching my videos, I've put away more than 300 pounds worth of food. I put away a total of 100 pounds of sugar, about 75 to 100 pounds of rice, about 70 pounds of flour, 25 pounds of pasta, and around 25 pounds of beans. And this is why, because I think that the Ice Age Farmer is 100% correct in his belief that within the near future, we will experience a food shortage and a heightened food price. If you guys go to Christian's channel, for which I will leave a link under the description of this video and a card on the upper right hand corner, you guys can get an abundance of information on this subject matter off his channel. Especially if you are listening to this video, or if you're on this channel for the first time. Even if you don't subscribe to my channel, go to the Ice Age Farmer's channel, because the information you're going to get there is invaluable. Now, these are just a few of the headlines that I extracted from Christian's videos. And this is only from 2 of his videos, as I felt that after listening to what I have to tell you, if you're not encouraged enough to do more research on your own, it does not matter how many articles or videos I reference. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to read to you is just from 2 of his videos. It's incredible the amount of information that I got just from 2 of his videos. So I highly recommend that you guys go over to his channel, because there's an abundance of information over there. In my opinion, we are going to be entering, if not already in, a period where the production of food will diminish more and more as the next few years pass us by. We may have a period of respite during the maximum of our next solar cycle, but will then in turn continue into the downturn of the grand solar minimum. So there's going to be maybe a year or 2 within this next solar cycle, ladies and gentlemen, which is solar cycle 25, where we may have halfway decent production of crops. But once that's over, we're going to go down the path of history, which is into the depths of a grand solar minimum. And what I'm about to read to you guys are just a few of the articles that cover the dire situation that, as a nation and as a world, we find ourselves in. Remember, this is just a fraction of what's occurred this year within the agricultural realm. So do your own research. Hopefully, this will allow you to understand that the time to prep is now. Not tomorrow, but now, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen to this. This is just a few of the articles that I have derived from the Ice Age Farmers channel. And this is the first one. Millions of acres of Canadian canola freeze due to heavy snow and rains. And it was called, quote, the harvest. Now, don't get tunnel vision, ladies and gentlemen, when I say canola, because a lot of people are going to say, oh, canola oil is terrible for you. That's not the point. The point is that millions of acres have gone to the wayside, because they're no longer usable because of the weather. Okay? Now, Kroger, the food chain Kroger, is set to launch in-store produce farms, meaning that they're going to start growing their own produce in stores. And you have to ask yourself, why? If everything is just fine in the agricultural realm with our harvesting, why are they going to start growing their own produce indoors? Here's another one. Wendy's to use greenhouses and hydroponic tomatoes. So Wendy's is going to start growing their own tomatoes in greenhouses and with hydroponics. Here's another article. Dismal weather destroys 45% of sugar beet harvest in South Alberta. And this is a quote. Certainly the worst harvest on record. Definitely one for the record books, but unable to harvest 60% of his crops. Snow and frost damage has resulted in an inability to store or process an unharvested damaged sugar beet crop. Another one about the sugar. American Crystal Sugar Company. Growers who couldn't deliver crops will have to pay companies back $343 per unharvested acre. Now, they've already used that money up that they were paid ahead of time to be able to plant their stuff. Now they're going to have to pay it back. And that's probably one of the reasons why you're going to continue to see farmers filing for bankruptcy. Here's another one. Bad weather forces sugar producers to delay force majeure. Pretty much saying that sugar producers are going to have to cancel on their contracts because they just do not have the product to bring to the market that they promised these people when they signed the contracts. Here's another one. Sugar refinery to close in Taylor, 100 to be laid off. Another one, U.S. sugar shortage, possibility bullish for sugar price. Quote, unfortunately, a perfect storm of forces beyond our control has resulted in the need to take action to control costs, meaning that the price of sugar is going to go up. And what is sugar used in, ladies and gentlemen? Pretty much everything we consume, as far as calorically consume. Another article, poor crops result in layoffs in Weirton, West Virginia. Thousands of seed potato acres in the Red River Valley will go to waste. 80% of acres abandoned because wet weather delayed the harvest for several weeks. 100 years of farming, and buyers said, I've never seen a fall like this. We were just unable to get the acreage. 300% above average precipitation that we got in September and October made our fields a sticky mire that couldn't hold the tractors. Early October cold could lead to shortages of sweet corn and dry beans. Silver Springs Foods, the largest horseradish producer in the world, quote, cold weather caused farm to lose half its crop of horseradish. Now there could be a nationwide shortage. They are now rationing some of their orders. So they're rationing horseradish. Australia's Grain Corps posted the biggest loss since 1998 as drought triples output. More than half of Michigan counties given a disaster designation after excessive rain, flooding, and abnormally cold temperatures. That's incredible, ladies and gentlemen. More than half of Michigan's counties. Here's the next one. Walmart has hinted that it's building robot bees for pollination. The USDA projects significant decline in global food insecurity. African swine fever found only 70 kilometers from the German border. That's pretty scary for the Germans, I'm sure. But this African swine fever is spreading through all of Asia. A pathogen is destroying Italy's olive trees. And it says here, this epidemic has the potential to destroy completely the olive oil industry of this region. The next one, food prices set to rise in the UK as floods ruin crops, as potatoes rot in sodden fields, and farmers struggle to sow wheat. Southern Oregon and Wisconsin experiencing a hay shortage. And here's the last one, NASA, quote, solar activity during solar cycle 25, which will start in 2020 and won't reach its maximum until 2025, could be 30 to 50% lower than solar cycle 24. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if solar cycle 25 is going to be 30 to 50% lower than the cycle that we are in now, imagine how much worse it'll be. Like I told you, all of these articles that I just read to you, all of these statistics that I just read to you, are only from a couple of the Ice Age Farmers videos. If you take all of his videos and all the information that he's put out in the last year, the losses worldwide have been massive. Now, if the information that I just narrated does not encourage you to look into the validity of what was covered, and or you don't start to ramp up on your preparedness strategy, then in my opinion, you need to have a conversation with yourself as to what you will do when you cannot afford food, or the foods that you depend on to feed your family is not available. The time to act is now, ladies and gentlemen. You need to have a conversation with yourself and tell yourselves, what am I going to do should I not be able to get this or that? Whatever it is that you consume, not what I'm about to show you on my payday prep, but whatever it is that you consume. We still have, in my opinion, we still have a bit of time to get prepped. So don't waste it. Please do your own research. I am not a professional of any kind. This is all my opinion and what others are reporting through the articles referenced above. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. So research. That way you can gain the knowledge that will encourage you to start prepping. Well, I decided to stop at Fred Meyer's really quick because I forgot that I had to get something that I was pretty sure they had here. And today, it's one of my friend's birthdays, and look at what she's getting. This is awesome. It's a white one. I've never really seen them in white. I've seen them in red, blue, and green like the one I have. But I hope she likes it. I'm glad I went in there because they only had 2 of those cast iron enamel Dutch ovens left, and it was 50% off. So I'm glad that I didn't take the time to mess around Black Friday. Let me hook this guy up real quick. Hey, how you doing, brother? Let me see. I know I got something in here. There you go, man. Yeah, have a good day, man. Yeah, be safe out here, all right? Take care. Anyways, I am, man, you know what? I stopped giving to guys like that on the corners a while back, but sometimes when I see an elderly person out here standing in this cold, and it's not extremely cold outside, and what I mean by that is like 21 degrees right now, but when I see an elderly guy out there standing in the cold like that, I can't help myself. But anyways, like I was saying, yeah, I didn't spend time, you know, rushing to the store on Black Fridays, because usually a lot of places will extend their sales past Black Friday, you know, when they haven't done the amount of sales that they want to. But guess where I'm going now, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to the UPS store. And guess why? All right, sit down, because this might shock you. I'm going to the UPS store because I ordered 6 cans of tomato powder from Amazon, and 3 of those cans came in dented at the seams and the sides. So I had Amazon refund my money, and I have to bring them to the UPS store so that I can get my money refunded, which is kind of bogus because I shouldn't have to be using my time to come over here when they should have just done the right thing. Well, really, I can't say it was Amazon's fault this time, because when the UPS guy showed up, I was outside, so I met him at the top of my drive, and I saw my box on the ground in the back of his truck, and he said, "Sorry, man, the box slipped out of the back." And as soon as he said that, I just grabbed the box and I said, "Have a good night." And I knew that they were going to be dented ones. So here we are. After this, I think we're heading to the, where are we heading to? The coin shop after this. So I just realized that I forgot to turn my camera on the last time that I left. Either that or it turned off or something. I know I had a little bounce. Sometimes when my truck bounces enough, it hits my shut off button and it turns it off. But we're almost here. We're almost to the coin shop. Obviously, we are actually here, ladies and gentlemen. But we're not here anymore. Now we're there. I'm sorry. In case you guys didn't know, the holidays of Thanksgiving and Christmas is my favorite time of the year. For some reason, I'm very happy during this time. Happier than most times during the year. I try to be happy most of the year, you know, as much as I can, but this time of the year just makes me really happy, you know, getting gifts for friends and families and things like that. It just brings out a lot of joy in me. But we're headed to the coin shop, and I'm going to take a few of those fiat notes. Here's a bump right here. There you go. I'm going to take a few of those fiat notes that I got from the bank, and I am going to turn it into what I consider to be real money. And I am going to use some of that real money that I get to gift to friends and family for Christmas. And we'll see if, I'm sure they'll let me record my transactions in there because they did last time. So first we have to see if we can find a parking spot. And we've got one. Sweet. Sometimes I have to park pretty far away from here and walk about 2 blocks just to get here because all the parking spots are taken. So we'll see you guys inside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Before I forget, if anyone's watching this and you guys live in Fairbanks or the Fairbanks area, this is 551B, as in Bravo, 551B, second, right? Second and Cushman?
Close.
So second and Cushman, or Cushman and second, 551 Bravo. And this is Alaska Rare Coins. And this is the only place that I come to get my precious metals. And after I'm done making my purchase here, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys everything they got. That way, if you guys are interested, you can come over here. I'm not paid by these guys, but I can tell you this. They have the best prices in town. And not only do they have the best prices for selling, but if you ever have to sell anything back, they have the best prices as far as buying back. Most places won't even give you spot, whereas this place does. Well, most places I've been to won't give a spot.
Most times we do, but on gold right now we can't.
Well, you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Being honest. There you go. Why can't you on gold right now?
I'm buying too much over the counter. We have to ship it out, so we're lucky to get paid spot when we ship it out.
So you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? People are selling their gold. Oh my goodness, at the time that they should be buying. But that's my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. So anyways, let's get to it. So I wanted to get like 3 5-ounce bars.
You're lucky. We just got them in.
You just got them? So are they nice and shiny? Because they're going to be Christmas presents. And I also want to get 5 Eagles. And I guess, you know, if the date doesn't matter on spot, if you have 19s.
I have 19s, yeah.
What's premium on those?
They're high.
Or what is it over spot?
Well, they're $20.75.
For the Eagles?
For the Eagles, yeah.
Okay, and what's...
That's 2.5 over spot.
That's fine. What's over spot on these guys?
$1.50.
See, okay. So you see this, ladies and gentlemen? These guys right here. I'm getting 3 of these. Let's turn around. I'm getting 3 of these Indian heads. And this is what you would consider generic. And the only reason it's considered generic is not because the silver content in it is inferior to that of a government minted coin, but because it's not minted by the government. It's minted by a private mint that sells it for profit. Like the government didn't either. But that's the difference between generic and then you've got government minted coins. And this is your government minted coins. For some reason, this is my favorite coin. I really like the Canadian maple, but for some reason, this is just my favorite coin. I mean, look at how pretty that is. And there's your back. So I'll go ahead. That's all I'm going to get for today.
You want 5 of those?
Yeah, there's 5, right? Yep, 5.
How do you want them packaged?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Just the vinyl flips?
Yeah, the easiest way that you can do it. I'm going to end up putting them in whatever anyways. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at... And I've always said that as long as you can get yourselves a 1-ounce coin for less than $20, that's a bargain. But I've changed that mentality. The way I see it now is this: I don't consider the price of the coin. I consider the ratio, when getting silver that is, I consider the ratio of silver to gold. So right now the ratio of silver to gold is probably 80, 81, something like that. And what I mean by that is how many of these 1-ounce coins could I buy with what it cost me to buy 1 ounce of gold? And right now it's about 80 to 1, roughly. 80 silver coins for 1 ounce of gold. It might be a little bit higher than that. So I'm going to stop buying silver when the ratio gets down to 60. Once the ratio gets to 60 to 1, I'll stop buying silver. And then I'm going to wait for it to go down even more. Then I'll start selling silver for gold. That's what I'll do. So let me go ahead and look at that. I'm going to leave you guys with that nice little picture right there. Isn't that pretty?
$381.85.
$381.85. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to see something real quick. You see those 4 bills right there? It costs the U.S. government about 14 cents to make each of these bills. Here I'm trading around 60 cents or so of value, of real value, for a lot more. So you tell me, what's the best deal? This or that? Then that's up to you. You guys know how I feel about that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now, and you guys will see me next at Costco's. We'll go see what kind of deals they have got going on over there. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Just pulled into the parking lot here about 30 seconds ago. Now we just need to find us a parking spot, and then we'll see what they've got inside. Oh goodness, I found the best prep in the world. Here we go. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? 65 inches, not big enough. That would be a nice prep right there, huh? Oh goodness, there's so much stuff for people to look at these places. Look at that. That's the first thing you look at when you come in. 82-inch, only $19.99. Now I'm actually looking at one of these Dysons, because the vacuum we have is almost out of commission, and I think Little Miss Alaska Prepper would love one of these Dysons for Christmas, because she does vacuuming duty at the house. So let me take a look at one of these. I might just pick one of these up. She'll love a vacuum cleaner and some silver for Christmas. I can hear it now. These are actually really nice. I don't know if you've seen these before. I've got one of these that takes 40 ounces, but not a 64-ounce one. But I've already got one, so I'm not going to buy another one. I guess 40 ounces will have to do. Can't ever have too many batteries, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess you can have too many batteries because I've got a lot of batteries, so I'm not even going to look at the sale price for those because I don't want to be tempted. It's actually a really good sale price. Now this right here is a great deal, and I'm going to get another one of these. You guys will probably see this on my payday prep. That Mobile One, that's the oil that my truck and Mrs. Alaska Prepper's truck uses. $23.69 for 6 quarts. Now, it's normally $38.69, and it's $23.69. That is a great deal. I don't know if any of you know about a Mobile One, but a quart of Mobile One is like $8 if you just go buy a single quart somewhere. Go ahead, man. Man, we could use some more trash bags. So we're gonna get one of these. Not a bad deal, 200 bags for $15.39. Now we're gonna look for some New York strip steak that my wife told me was on sale. Hopefully they still have it on sale, because I'm gonna go ahead and grab me one because it's supposed to be at a pretty good. That steak right there is $25 off of 13 pounds, so it's almost $2 off per pound, and that is a very pricey piece of meat. But I can probably cut that steak right there into about 20 portions. Yeah, roughly around 20 portions. So that's 5 meals for me and my family. And we don't have it all the time. Like the last one we bought, we still have 4 steaks in the freezer. And we'll spread it out because it is something that we normally don't eat every day because it's too expensive. But it is the holidays, and that's what I saved some of my pennies for, is so that we can spend the holidays getting some of the things that we normally don't get on a regular basis and enjoying those things with your family. So that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about enjoying the time that you have with your family. Let's see what else we can get into. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad I saw, because I have to get one of these. This here, who knows what this is? It's oxtail. And Little Miss Alaska Prepper loves the sancocho that I make, which is like a Dominican stew. And I use oxtail in it, along with chicken and beef. So yeah, chicken and beef, or sometimes I'll substitute the chicken with pork. But we'll see what we make it with this time. It's going to be at least 3 different meats. And boy, they have a lot of hams. Look at all those hams. That's all hams right there. This entire section is all hams. And they're going for not too bad, only $2.29 a pound. That's really not terrible. I'm not a really big ham guy, but that's not a bad price. All right, well, guess what? Toilet paper for the trailer. We just took 1 pack out a few days ago, so we're going to replace it with that. It's all about keeping up with the things. You know, ladies and gentlemen, once you have everything that you feel that you're going to need, as far as being prepared for whatever amount of time you think you need to be prepared for, after that, it's just keeping up. It's just maintaining what you have and rotating what you have with things that you either find on sale. For example, that oil, I don't need that oil right now, But goodness gracious, that oil is like almost half off of what I would pay for it if I went to Walmart or something like that. So I know I'm going to use that oil. Why not get it half off? Especially if I have the funds to purchase it now. So let's see what else we can get into around here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am all done shopping, and I apologize for cutting the shopping trip early, but I ran into a pretty little lady in there, and she went on break, and we were roaming around the store, and I stopped recording at that point. So I guess we'll see you guys when I get home, and I'll show you everything I got. Well, we are back home, ladies and gentlemen, and let me go ahead and show you my haul from Costco's, in addition to a few things that I've already prepped prior to going to Costco's today. Let me show you those things first. So during my drive today, if you guys have been with me this whole time, I told you that I was bringing back 3 cans of tomato powder to the UPS store so that they can ship it back to Amazon. And as you can see, these are the 3 cans that survived the shipping from Amazon to my home. So I ordered 6 cans altogether. I sent back 3, which is too bad, but I plan on storing those cans for long term, so there's no way that I'm going to use 3 cans of tomato sauce fast enough where I would feel comfortable with the seals being popped on them and dented. So that's one of the payday preps that I did not get at Costco's. Another one was these battery chargers / battery packs. So these EBL battery chargers were a great deal on Amazon. I believe they were like $15 and change, but the good thing about them is that they come with 4 AA batteries and 4 AAA batteries. And if you go to just buy 4 AA and 4 AAA batteries that are the EBL brand, which are rechargeable batteries, just the batteries alone are about $15. So not only did I get the batteries for $15, but in addition to that, I got the charger as well. So I picked up 2 of these. And let's see, I think that's all I got. Oh, one other thing. No, that's all I got from Amazon. Now today, on my Costco haul, some of these things you would have seen me got. And you saw that I got this New York strip steak that I have to cut up. Now this is not necessarily a payday prep. This is going to be consumed probably within the next couple months or so. And like I said, we don't eat this every day or even every week. We maybe have one dinner every 2 or 3 weeks with this steak because it is kind of pricey. Another thing I picked up that I didn't show you guys while I was at Costco today was this 50-pound bag of sugar. We picked up some towels, some kitchen towels. I picked up this 3-pack of leather gloves, which look like they're very nice and thick, sturdy leather gloves. They're really work gloves, so they're big enough to where I can put my liner gloves on and then put them inside of these gloves. And for $15 is just too good of a deal. And I've actually found myself several times hoping that I had some thick leather gloves, and I think these will fill that need very easily. As you can see behind there, I went ahead and grabbed me some toilet paper because we did go ahead and grab a new box of toilet paper out of the trailer. So this one's going to be going into a construction garbage bag and going into the trailer. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is beef tail or oxtail. And for those of you that have never tried oxtail, this is probably one of the best meats that you can get. I really can't find a way to ruin this meat. It's like no matter how you cook it, as long as you cook it for, for a good long time in a medium to low heat, all you need to do is put a little bit of salt and pepper on these, and that's literally all the seasoning you need on this. That's how good quality this meat is from the cow, from the beef tail or the oxtail. So I picked one of these up. The main reason I picked one of these up though is because here within the next week or so, I'm going to be making a Dominican sancocho, which is a Dominican Dominican stew, and this is one of the ingredients that goes in it. And Little Miss Alaska Prepper, that's probably her favorite Dominican meal that I make. So that's what this is for. Picked up a couple of these because we do use these, and although we still have a good amount, they were at a good sale price, so I picked up a couple more because I know we're going to use them. And Costco got me on this one, ladies and gentlemen. They got me on this because this is one of the things that they were giving away. You know how Costco gives away little samples? Where they were giving samples of this, and I tried it. It's actually the only thing that I tried to sample off when I was there today, and it is so good that when I tried the sample, I started walking away from the guy, not even thinking that I was going to want some, and I was like, hey, where do you get these? Because I need to get some of this. So I got me one of these, and this was just delicious. If you guys like Parmesan cheese, you're definitely going to like this. Picked up one of these cases of the ultra pasteurized milk. We do like to keep this on the shelf so that we can use it if we run out of milk. I'm not a really big milk guy. I don't drink a lot of milk except for my coffee, but my family does. So whenever we run out of milk, instead of making a special trip to the store, we just grab one of these from the shelves and we use it until we go get some milk. And it's actually halfway decent. Like I said, I use it in my coffee and I can't tell the difference between this and any other milk that we get from the store. Now this was a great deal. I got one of these because it's like literally half of what you would pay for these by the quart if you were to buy the quarts single quarts. So this is a great deal, something that I know I will definitely use. Got some more trash bags, as you see me get when I was doing my Costco run. And I also got another 20 pounds of Costco's organic flour. Oh, it's not on focus. Here we go. I also got another 20 pounds of Costco's organic flour. Just in case you guys don't know what this is, what the brand name or anything like that is, let me turn it around. And this is actually really good flour. So you guys can take a look at it. It's a Central Milling Company. So Central Milling Company is supposedly organic and it's unbleached all-purpose flour. And this flour is really good. It's got a really good natural color to it too when you take it out of the package, and it bakes really well. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my payday prep for this time around. I guess you can call it a combination between a payday prep and just everyday living stuff that we use on an everyday basis here in the house. So hey, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little ride along that we had today. I especially hope that you took heed to the narrative that I was reading to you guys while I was driving around. Because all of that stuff that I said you can find at the Ice Age Farmers channel, and the things that I told you that I read off to you from the Ice Age Farmers channel, that's just from like 2 of his videos, ladies and gentlemen. And that was a lot of information, and that was just from 2 of his previous videos. And he's been doing these videos showing the food crop shortages that's going on worldwide, or the crop failures or harvest failures, or the reduction in harvest due to the weather that's been going on worldwide for the last at least 1.5 or 2 years. So there's a lot more information out there. I encourage you guys to go ahead and take a look at the Ice Age Farmers channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to him, go and subscribe. He has great information, and not only that, the information that he provides, he backs up. All right, he backs up with the links of where you can go get that information for yourself. It's not like he's making it up. I'm going to go ahead and leave a card for the end of the video that you guys can click on his channel, so you guys can go check it out if you like. And I'm also going to leave a card on the right-hand corner of this video so that you guys can click on it if you want to go check out his channel. I highly encourage it. He's a good guy, and I think he's more of a truth teller than anything else. He's not trying to sell you anything. He's trying to get you informed so that you can make the decisions that you make for your family and yourselves in an informed manner rather than in an emotional manner. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in today. I truly appreciate you guys being here. If you're here during this part of the video, then you're definitely one of my VIPs, and I truly do appreciate you guys. Hey, let me go ahead and say this real quick before I sign off. Emergency Essentials extended their Black Friday sales through the weekend, and Oxen Foods is still having their Black Friday sale through this weekend as well. I honestly don't know what's going on for Cyber Monday. I haven't gotten any information on that. They're not very good about sending me that information ahead of time. However, I do know that they have something going on for Cyber Monday. So if you guys want to save your pennies or make plans for going on their Cyber Monday to see if they have any better sales, by all means. But if you are in the market for getting any of that long-term food storage stuff, then by all means, I appreciate it if you use my link, because it truly does help to support the channel and of course what I do. So I appreciate all of you that have used the link. I truly do appreciate it, and I thank you. Having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. Just a second. Dog, you want to say hi? Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi. Sit. Sit down. Give me your paw. Good girl. There you go. This is Alaska Prepper, and I am out.